Continuing coverage this midday, 3 people have died the last few days in shootings in KC-Mo. 15 people shot, including one by police. Look at the 9 different locations involved, starting Wednesday afternoon with this. Kansas City police struggling to keep up with that surge over the past 3 days. This midday, we are hearing from the chief of police about what his department is doing about this and what he thinks needs to happen to make a difference to stop it. 41 Action News reporter Charlie Keegan spoke with the chief earlier this morning, joins us with that information. Charlie, what kind of mood was the chief in when discussing this surge of violence the last few days?
Well, frankly, Taylor, the police chief was angry. He was mad about all this and wants it to stop. He told us that none of the 9 shootings over the last 3 days are related at all. The most recent one of those shootings was at the house here behind me last night near Myrtle Avenue. The police chief says it's really putting a strain on his department and particularly on his crime scene technicians. He says he's struggling to have enough crime scene techs to get to all the different crime scenes that are stacking up over the last week or so. Now, at that press conference today where the police chief kind of got out ahead of this, he says that he's always in contact with federal law enforcement agencies, but he says at this point the department has no plans to hand over any of its cases to those federal agencies. He says what makes this biggest difference is when people in the community talk with police officers, when they tell police about violence that they know is going to happen, or if they tell police about who committed a violent act after it happens. He says that makes the biggest difference. Just last night, police took 3 men into custody who they say shot at police officers here at this house on Myrtle Avenue. The police chief said the violence should never reach this point.
You can see the escalating of violence. When we have violence like this against the police, we know we're headed in the wrong direction. This city needs to take a hard look, and the people in this city need to take a hard look at this is where we want to be.
So in April, Crime Stoppers, the Kansas City Police Department, and the city of Kansas City all kind of collaborated to raise the maximum reward for a Crime Stoppers tip from $5,000 to $10,000. And the police announced today that they have given out their second $10,000 reward. So they are paying out for tips that solve crimes, and they hope that spreading that word will get more people, encourage more people to share their tips as well. Live in Kansas City, Missouri, I'm Charlie Keegan, 41 Action News.
Charlie, thank you. Here's another look at those 9 different locations where shootings have happened over the last few days in Kansas City, Missouri. People died in 3 of these, including 2 on Wednesday and 1 just yesterday.